Welcome to Before the Council, a reading of the Revere City Council Agenda for the meeting of Monday, September 12th, 2016. There are 30 items on the agenda this week. We begin at 5:45 p.m. with the Appointments Subcommittee chaired by Councilor Arthur F. Guinasso. Also on the committee, Councilor Patrick M. Keefe, Jr., Councilor Joanne M. McKenna, Councilor Stephen Morabito, and Councilor Charles J. Patch, Sr. They have one item on their agenda. Pursuant to Council Order 16-244, they will consider a communication from the mayor requesting a waiver of the residency rule for Mr. Ruben Cantor, the Director of Innovation and Data Management. At 6 p.m., we move on to the City Council meeting, which begins with a salute to the flag, the roll call of members, and the approval of the journal of the meeting of August 22nd, 2016. Then it's on to calendar item number 1. Pursuant to Council Order 16-236, certificates of appreciation will be awarded to Kayla and Jordan Martelli for their hard work in running Alex's Lemonade Stand for 5 years and raising over $10,000 for the benefit of children's cancer research. Calendar item number 2, pursuant to Council Order 12-022. This is a joint meeting of Comcast, National Grid, and Verizon to discuss double poles and utility work. Calendar item number 3, pursuant to Council Order 16-245. This is a hearing called as ordered on the proposed loan order in the amount of $50,000 for the cost of planning and design services for the Garfield School boilers. Calendar item number 4. Hearing has been called as ordered on the petition of Mobility LLC to install small cell equipment or backhaul transport equipment at the following utility pole locations as shown on the plans submitted. First, at the intersection of Marshall and Pemberton Streets. Second, the intersection of Broadway and Reservoir Avenue. Third, the intersection of Winthrop Avenue and North Shore Road. Fourth, the intersection of Walden Street and Shirley Avenue. Fifth, the intersection of Garfield Avenue and Cove Street. Sixth, the intersection of Sumner Street and Walnut Place. And seventh, the intersection of Crescent Avenue and Bennington Street. Calendar item number 5. Hearing called as ordered on the petition of National Grid to install underground conduits and associated equipment on Belcher Street in accordance with the plan on file. Calendar item number 6. Under unfinished business, pursuant to Council Order PUD-16-01, the Zoning Subcommittee report of 205 Revere Beach Parkway. The subject matter was tabled at the City Council meeting of August 22nd, 2016. Calendar item number 7 is the Appointments Subcommittee report. Calendar item number 8, pursuant to Council Order 16-233. This is a communication from the mayor relative to bringing other cable companies to Revere to create competition. Calendar item number 9, pursuant to Council Order PUD-16-01. This is a communication from the Project Review Board presenting the revised final report of the board relative to the proposed project at 205 Revere Beach Parkway. Calendar item number 10, pursuant to Council Order 16-237. This is a motion presented by Councilor Rotundo that the mayor look into or allow a designee to look into the feasibility of asking local stores to donate or allow local charities to buy food that they may be disposing of, which may be edible for a nominal fee. Calendar item number 11. Pursuant to Council Order 16-248, this is a motion presented by Councilor Rotundo that the mayor and the city solicitor meet in executive session with the City Council regarding all current potential legal actions to be taken against the city and any legal challenges anticipated by the administration against any entity. Calendar item number 12, pursuant to Council Order 16-249. This is a motion presented by Councilor Rotundo that the mayor or his designee, if not already in process, organize a list of volunteer citizens that have both linguistic and/or medical skills and training. Calendar item number 13, pursuant to Council Order 16-250. This is a motion presented by Councilor Powers that the mayor direct the Recreation Department to order equipment that has been destroyed at the Neponset Street Mini Park. Further, that the DPW in the interim remove the broken equipment from the park and make arrangements to have the new equipment installed. Calendar item number 14, pursuant to Council Order 16-251. This is a motion presented by Councilor Guanasso that the mayor requests the Traffic Commission to install a handicap parking sign in front of the home at number 76 Pitcairn Street. This motion is submitted at the request of the homeowner. Calendar item number 15, pursuant to Council Order 16-252. This is a motion presented by Councilor Rotundo that the City of Revere permit micro-pantries throughout the city. Micro-pantries allow caring people in a community to leave non-perishable food in a micro-pantry on a first-come, first-served basis. This concept is very similar to what is done widely in Europe. Likewise, if the mayor or his designee initiates such a program with all stakeholders of the community to solicit volunteers and create a long-term process to help our families. Calendar item number 16, pursuant to Council Order 16-253. This is a motion presented by Councilor Keefe that the mayor requests the Department of Public Works to install a no left turn and one-way sign on the sidewalk facing the post office parking lot. Many vehicles exiting the lot take a left on the one-way to avoid driving around the block. Rule 37, March 30th, 2016. Calendar item number 17, pursuant to Council Order 16-254. This is a motion presented by Councilor Powers that the mayor requests the DCR to trim the trees on the grassy area on the Linway directly across from Lancaster Avenue. Calendar item number 18, pursuant to Council Order 16-255. This is a motion presented by Councilor Rotundo that the Director of Revere TV and board members John Camerata and Miles Lang Kennedy appear before the Legislative Affairs Subcommittee or the City Council to discuss the event of August 29, 2016, Legislative Affairs Subcommittee meeting and the attempt by Chief Executive Officer Omar Bukili to stop programming due to a lack of a quorum. Calendar item number 19, pursuant to Council Order 16-256. This is a motion presented by Councilor Rotundo that the mayor requests the school committee and Superintendent Kelly to look into the feasibility of offering a halal kosher diet in the Revere School District, as well as the feasibility of a gluten-free diet, if not already in place. Calendar item number 20, pursuant to Council Order 16-257. This is a motion presented by Councilor Guanasso that the mayor requests the police department to arrest individuals who are seen stealing shopping carts from various businesses around the city. This is in response to a work order that was submitted to pick up 5 shopping carts that were dumped at the corner of the American Legion Highway and Revere Street. Calendar item number 21, pursuant to Council Order 16-258. This is a motion presented by Councilor Rotundo that the City Council form a Charter Review Committee to include members of the Mayor's Office, City Solicitor, City Clerk, members of the ZBA, the Planning Board, and the City Council to meet, review, and amend the city charter as deemed necessary by Massachusetts general laws. Calendar item number 22, pursuant to Council Order 16-086. This is a motion presented by Councilor Novoselsky that the DPW Committee Chairman, Councilor Morabito, report from committee the following motion: that the mayor take immediate steps to privately contract out services to provide various signage for the city. Calendar item number 23, pursuant to Council Order 16-259. This is a motion presented by Councilor Novoselsky that the following ordinance amendment be ordered to a public hearing. Be it ordained by the City of Revere that Section 12.04.080A, street and sidewalk openings of the Revere revised ordinances, is hereby amended by inserting the following new subsection: 12.04.080A5. The Superintendent of Public Works shall not issue any street or sidewalk opening permits to any permittee or excavator within 5 years of the final approval of any newly paved street or sidewalk by the Superintendent of Public Works and the city planner, unless the reason for doing so is a justified emergency. A justified emergency shall be defined as gas leaks, water breaks, water leaks, sewer breaks, or sewer blockages. New installations for gas, water lines, sewer lines, or connections shall not be permitted during this moratorium. Calendar item number 24. Pursuant to Council Order 16-260, this is a motion presented by Councilor Rotundo that the City Council adopt an ordinance to regulate the use and registration of drones within the City of Revere. Further, that the city solicitor be requested to assist with the review, modification, and draft of said ordinance. That the City of Revere revise the Revere revised ordinances to impose community-based safety requirements on the operation of model aircraft of all categories and to impose restrictions consistent with certain federal aviation rules and regulation on the operation of both model aircraft and civil unmanned aircraft systems, UASs, commonly known as drones. Whereas the operation of unmanned aircraft, such as model aircraft and civil UASs, can at times pose a hazard to full-scale aircraft in flight and to persons and property on the ground, and whereas imposing community-based safety requirements on the operation of model aircraft and imposing restrictions on the operation of both model aircraft and civil UASs, consistent with federal aviation rules, is necessary to mitigate such risks and to protect the public from the hazards associated with the operation of unmanned aircraft, as well as the issues of privacy that can be infringed upon by the use of UASs. Therefore, it is the intent of the Revere City Council to enact the following ordinance: unmanned aircraft systems. For purposes of this section, unmanned aircraft shall mean an aircraft including, but not limited to, an aircraft commonly known as a drone that is operated without the possibility of direct human intervention from within or on the aircraft. 1. Unmanned aircraft system shall mean an unmanned aircraft and associated elements, including, but not limited to, any communication links and components that control the unmanned aircraft. 2. Person shall have the same meaning as set forth in Massachusetts general laws. 3. Model aircraft shall mean an unmanned aircraft or unmanned aircraft system operated by any person strictly for hobby or recreational uses. 4. Civil UAS shall mean an unmanned aircraft or unmanned aircraft system operated by any person for any purpose other than strictly hobby or recreational purposes, including but not limited to commercial purposes, or in furtherance of or incidental to any business or media service or agency. 5. Public UAS shall mean an unmanned aircraft or unmanned aircraft system operated by any public agency for government-related purposes. 6A. The following shall apply to the operation of any model aircraft within the city of Revere in a manner that interferes with manned aircraft and shall always give way to any manned aircraft. B. No person shall operate any model aircraft within the city of Revere beyond the natural vision or visual line of sight of the person operating the model aircraft. The operator must use his or her own natural vision, which includes vision corrected by standard eyeglasses or contact lenses, to observe the model aircraft. People other than the operator may not be used in lieu of the operator for maintaining visual line of sight. Visual line of sight means that the operator has an unobstructed view of the model aircraft. The use of vision-enhancing devices, such as binoculars, night vision goggles, powered vision magnifying devices, and goggles, or other devices designed to provide a first-person view from the model, do not constitute the visual line of sight of the person operating the model aircraft. C. No person shall operate any model aircraft within the city of Revere other than during daylight hours defined as between official sunrise and official sunset for local time by Massachusetts general law. D. No person shall operate any model aircraft within the city of Revere more than 400 feet above the Earth's surface or for which is excluded by FAA regulation. E. All takeoff and landing shall be at ground level only within the city of Revere. A UAS cannot come closer than 25 feet to any individual except the operator or the operator's helpers. F. Any person wishing to fly a model aircraft and civil unmanned aircraft systems, UASs, commonly known as drones, shall register said drone with the city of Revere, in which call letters will be assigned to identify said drone. G. The following shall apply to the operation of any model aircraft or civil UAS within the city of Revere. No person shall operate any model aircraft or civil UAS within the city of Revere in a manner that is prohibited by any federal statute or regulation governing aeronautics. No person shall operate any model aircraft or civil UAS within the city of Revere in violation of any temporary flight restriction, TFR, or notice to airmen, NOTAM, issued by the Federal Aviation Administration. No person shall operate any model aircraft or civil UAS within the city of Revere in a careless or reckless manner so as to endanger the life or property of another. The standard for what constitutes careless and reckless operation under this section shall be the same as the standard set forth in any federal statutes or regulations governing aeronautics, including but not limited to Federal Aviation Rule 91.13.3. It shall be unlawful for any person to violate or fail to comply with this section. Further, it is the responsibility of the operator to be informed of all TFR. Any person violating the provisions of this section shall be fined $200 on their first offense and $300 for any other offenses thereafter. This section shall not apply to any public UAS operated pursuant to and in compliance with the terms and conditions of any current and enforceable authorization granted by the Federal Aviation Administration. Calendar item number 25. Pursuant to Council Order 16-261, this is a motion presented by Councilor Rotundo that the mayor requests the city solicitor to request the plan in full detail how the company awarded the HVAC bid for the Garfield School will be self-testing Huntington controls if the self-testing is compliant with Huntington and industry standard regarding control testing of HVAC systems. Further, that the company be requested to appear before the City Council to explain how they plan on testing. Calendar item number 26. Pursuant to Council Order 16-262, This is a motion presented by Councilor Rotundo that the mayor request the fire chief to appear before the city council to discuss the issue of overdoses and addiction in the city. Likewise, that the chief provide the city council with the number of medical runs over the last 2 years. Further, that the issue of ALS be discussed. Calendar item number 27, pursuant to Council Order 16-263. This is a motion presented by Councilor Rotundo that the mayor requests the state auditor to conduct an audit of all work conducted by CDM regarding the new water meter program and all repairs related to the city's water and sewer system as mandated by the EPA. Calendar item number 28. Pursuant to Council Order 16-264, this is a motion presented by Councilor Haas that the mayor be requested to take immediate action on the following issues at the Senior Center on Winthrop Avenue. 1. Repair or replace the 3 metal doors at the building. 2. Replace or repair the facade at the front of the building. The cracked bricks are a potential safety hazard. And 3. Check and determine the cause of the flooding in the Senior Center basement. Please examine the feasibility of using free cash to cover the cost of these expenditures. Calendar item number 29, pursuant to Council Order 16-265. This is a motion presented by Councilor Haas that the mayor requests the DPW to install ballards or a jersey barrier at the end of Janvrin Avenue so that vehicles will be obstructed from entering the walkway towards the soccer field. And calendar item number 30, pursuant to Council Order 16-266. This is a motion presented by Councilor McKenna that the mayor requests the DCR to install a spotlight on pole number 136 on Leverett Avenue aimed at Zolandi Park. This is a matter of public safety, as there have been several reports of drinking and loitering in the late evening and early morning hours. And this has been before the council, a reading of the Revere City Council Agenda for the meeting of Monday, September 12th, 2016. I'm Rick Promise, and I'll see you at the council.